What if the key to creating cultural transformation within our organizations isn't found in the latest business trend or common approach to organizational development, but actually found in 1,000-year-old indigenous wisdom and practice? Creating culture is hard. We face all sorts of challenges in our organizations that are hard to overcome. Disengagement, turnover, lack of alignment, poor communication, conflict of all varieties. It's difficult. And I've worked with enough organizations and leaders to know if you dig deep enough into any of these challenges, we will find that it's rooted in our culture. The most important thing that I've learned along the way is this, that transformation is caught, not taught. What are you doing right now in your organization to help your people and to help your culture catch transformation? I want to take you back to when I first started to understand this idea that transformation is caught, not taught. Many years ago, I was asked by a philanthropist to help them create change in their community. And the scope of work was massive. They asked me to bring leaders from across all sectors, education, government, business, nonprofit, faith community, help them build relationships of trust, and then go back out in their communities and create change, all the while helping their individual organizations go through culture change. Huge scope, right? For 3 years, we poured resource after resource into this. By the end of those 3 years, I was a bit disheartened. I started to think that transformation maybe is some sort of whimsical wish, that it's not really possible, because if I couldn't figure it out with all these resources at my back, then maybe it's just not possible. And then one day, everything changed for me. I was at a community gathering. I sit there and I'm observing at the beginning, people mingling before the meeting starts. They're shaking hands, they're smiling, and then I noticed something that I never noticed before. I locked in on all the handshakes, and I thought to myself, how can we expect transformational outcomes in our community if we begin our interactions off with a handshake, the most transactional gesture that there is? And then something that's been a part of my life, part of my ancestry came to mind, a gesture. My father, he's from the Philippines, and all throughout the Asia-Pacific islands, there's an indigenous gesture that's still practiced today. And it goes by many different names in all the islands. And it essentially means the same thing, which is to share the breath of life. And it's done by placing your forehead and your nose to another, and with them taking a deep and intentional breath. And together, that day, 15 people caught transformation. And they created what I now call a culture of one. These leaders and organizations that I've had the privilege of working with and ongoing research have helped me identify that there's 7 conditions that, when applied through habits, through process, can help create a systematical approach to catching transformation. Those conditions are purpose, commitment, common language, vulnerability, consistency, trust, and safety. And so you start to see this ripple effect within your organization. There's a culture that starts to be present day to day. They start to pull the best from where they've been, and they start to build something actively and intentionally for the future. My wish for you is that you can go back into your organizations, break out of transaction, share the breath of life with the people that you work with, be present. Take everything that you can from the past, the good, the bad, use it to inform who you can become today and build something better for tomorrow. And I can't wait to see what you all create.